Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Whew. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not really in the best of moods. I'm not tired. That's good. I'm not tired, but my stomach is still It's not as bad as Monday, thankfully, but I'm just not in a great mood. I think I'm just not in a best of moods from yesterday, kind of left over from yesterday, but I'm just gonna try to leave those feelings behind because I just want to relax until I have to go back out tomorrow. Hello Freezing, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. I'll just adjust my chat here so I can see you. There you go, now I can see you. Actually, maybe I can pop this out. Oh. Ah, perfect. There we go. Now I can see the chat. Hello Metatsu, welcome back to the stream. Excuse me, I'm just going to do another study of the hand. Mostly because I want to relax. It's raining, it's mellow time, I just finished my laundry. And I have to make some phone calls later. That's not important, but let's just relax for now until noon when my day gets busier. Last time you said you returned after dinner, it's been 3 days. It's been 3 days and I haven't seen you since. I really needed that laugh, thank you. At least you're here now. Yeah, that's what's important. You're here now with us. Don't know if you'll learn anything today. Oh, right. This is the first stream where I made a proper thumbnail for it. Because I want to make that a habit. I have to make thumbnails for my streams and for my videos. So I'm trying out a new template. I'm hoping that it makes sense. I'm hoping that it looks good, to be honest, but I'm just test running it for the meantime. I'll improve it as necessary. Let's move it this way. Hey, it's a start. Yeah, exactly, it's a start. Hold on, I'm just gonna do a gesture because that was what I wrote in my thumbnail. Gesture, then structure, then shadows. My gesture here is not making much sense. Right. Excuse me. I hope I'm not going down with anything, because I've been feeling really run down lately. But I think that's just how I feel after having a poor night's sleep. I often get nausea after sleeping terribly. And then because I slept bad, I eat bad, and that makes it worse. It's a never-ending cycle. I should stop doing that. Like, I gotta eat better, even if I feel like crap. Shouldn't eat crap if you feel like crap, because that doesn't help at all. Well, it's in the right place. It's too big. You're actually cooking soup in the kitchen right now? What kind of soup is it? Oh, I wish I had some soup. It's always comforting to have soup. Or... no, not really a stew. A stew is a bit too heavy. Basically cooking whatever BS is in the fridge. Yep, that's actually a good idea. Before anything goes bad, just put it into a pot and just turn it into a soup. It'll work out somehow, right? Typically it works out. The soup is mostly carrot. Oh, I guess you're having a carrot soup. Wouldn't a carrot soup be too sweet though, when I think about it? Kinda sweet and a little bit, gummy. Because of all the starch in soup in the carrots. Excuse me. I'm skipping breakfast just in case. Because I think on Monday I had breakfast and I didn't sleep well. And because of that, I got nauseated and it wouldn't go away. So I'm skipping breakfast today so that I don't have that same feeling again, because I actually do feel the nausea coming back. I did have a heavy meal, but that's gonna go away eventually. I had a meal last night, I should say, but that's gonna go away eventually. So around noon, when, it's gonna be afternoon, maybe close to 1 p.m. When I actually do eat lunch, I'm probably gonna feel a lot better. Okay, I think my gesture's down. I'm gonna group these two fingers together, because that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, that's how it looks like to me, like these four fingers are grouped. This two over here and this two over here. And if I had to be honest, arc would have gone like that. shrink this a bit. No, maybe I just have indigestion, actually. That's usually when I feel at my absolute worst. Keep fussing with this forearm. I want to look accurate. You know, despite feeling pretty bad and tired and all that junk, I actually feel fine right now in the moment. Mostly because I know I can relax right now before I actually tackle my day. I think that's important, like just relaxing for a moment, taking in the moment, just so that you don't feel like you're gonna have like a panic attack for some reason. You shouldn't, because I'm pretty sure whatever you're going through is it's not that big of a deal. But putting things into perspective, simplifying them, does help. Make any problem seem smaller than it actually is. I mean, that's something that I've been trying to do. Just make well, maybe that's not a good idea for every single problem, but like the smallest problems should be viewed as trivial and conquerable. What's your reason and motivation for going into art? Well, mine was so that you can draw and submit. Well, when I was a kid, I think it was my mom. My mom encouraged me to do it because she realized like I had the most fun with it. And then my dad followed through by getting me my first Wacom tablet when I was... Let's see, how old was I? I think it was middle school. Of course, I had problems working with it because it's the one without the screen. This is like the really old one, so I had to draw without looking down. Yeah. But the thing is, back then I only viewed it as with the same degree of seriousness as doodling in the class. It's just something to do while you wait for the clock to run. But then, like, as I got older, I realized I really liked doing this. I really like to take it a bit more seriously. Even if even if like nothing comes from it, I still enjoy doing it. And like to a degree, Metatsu, I do also want to draw handsome men. I also want to draw like beautiful women. I want to draw animals, beautiful environments, stuff like that. And I wish, well, the thing is I can't change the past, but I do wish I'd taken it more seriously sooner. But things happen for a reason, and you can't change the past as much as you want to. Yeah, same. Yeah. I guess, in that regard, like, otherwise you would have drawn Mountain naked by now. Oh, brother. Mountain obsession. But... sorry. But yeah, I always found art as a comfort. Because it's a means of escape. I know, like, people read books, watch movies, and play video games as an escape, but they escape into someone else's world, and a world that someone else created. I want to escape into a world that I made, essentially. Reason says you've always just drawn stuff. Wait, Mountain is the reason why you were playing Arknights at first. Really? He's not even the first, well, I guess he's the first 6-star, but he wasn't the first of his type. I mean, Mountain is pretty cool. He is in every squad I use for every event. He's just too good. Yeah, true, even though I ain't that good, I kinda just subconsciously smile. I do enjoy doing it, but sometimes I find it hard to find the motivation to actually do it when you draw. Oh, hey bro, Mr. Bro, welcome back. I do, well, I understand that feeling, the hard to find motivation, but I've learned recently that motivation is fleeting, and even if you don't want to, you have to do it. You should do it. There are days where I genuinely just don't want to do certain things, but I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna do it because at least at the end of the day I said that I did. It's not even a whole like, oh, look at me, I'm being a responsible adult, but it's just, if you have that level of commitment, if you say that you do, you should prove it. At least prove it to yourself. Proving it to yourself is like, that's the first person you should prove it to. This tip is too long. I'm glad the way how I found out about Mountain's existence was pretty hilarious. Maybe your phone's dying, go get something else. Okay. I need to draw more stuff for myself. Yeah, just draw for yourself. It's fun. this up a bit. It's a bit higher. Seeing some errors on my end here. Oops. This is out. Fingers need to extend a bit out because I'm seeing the gap between the middle finger and the index finger. That's what I was doing. Oh, actually, I need to move this a little bit over. Welcome back, Metatsu. Reason says a few things you need to draw, stop putting it off. Yeah. You gotta... Yeah. I think when it comes to putting them off, you have to realize why you're doing that. I know I have a stack of eternally unfinished stuff. And to a degree you... Well, to a degree that I view it as, oh, I just wanted to sketch that out and it's done and dusted. I don't really want to think about it. But there are things that I look at and I'm like, oh, I should take a look at that and see what else I can do with it. But as of recently, I don't, because I forget or I'm too busy to look at it. Because sometimes when the computer goes off, that's it. It's just out of sight, out of mind, basically. The amount of scrap pieces I have in your gallery is just scrapped pieces? Well, if they were actually scrapped, you wouldn't have kept them. Every time I draw something on pencil and paper, after the book has been filled up, I go back and I look at the stuff that I will just refuse to keep, and I throw those away because there's no point in keeping those. And I realize I throw out more stuff than I keep, which goes to show how much I've been drawing and how much I view the quality of my work. And I realize there's a similar behavior that artists that are more skilled than me have. They look at their stuff and they throw out more than they keep. I mean, there's some who like keep stuff from their humble beginnings. They're like, oh, look how far I've come. But throughout the journey, you're throwing out way more than you're actually keeping. I believe Jeff Watts said that if he had a stack, let's say the stack was about 100 pages, he would be throwing out like 70 pages out of that work because of what he doesn't like. You kind of just keep them in your gallery so to remind yourself of how shitty you were rather than now, but you're still... Oh, come on. Most people feel that way about their stuff. My art's bad. My art's always bad. But what you do with that feeling is how you progress. Reason says you keep as much as your art as you can, good or bad, they all have memories tied to them. Ooh. Sentimental value. I wonder if my old stuff has sentimental value. I should probably think about that a little bit more. I should ponder that feeling. Sometimes it's like something you don't... I definitely don't think about. Just to see whatever kind of improvement I have over time. Yeah, that's true, but what I do in that regard is that I take pictures. Well, this is if you're using pencil and paper. I take pictures of the stuff that I did in the past, and I take pictures of everything. And if I feel that some of the photos were either poorly taken or contains a photo that contains an image that's not very good, I just throw that away. So on my phone, I have a album dedicated to what I've been studying so far. And I do see an improvement, a difference between now and 2 years ago. Well, I guess, has it been 2 years? Maybe it's coming up to 3 years now. Could be that someday it's the only thing I can use to remember in the past. Goodness knows I don't keep a diary. You should keep a diary. Keeping a diary is very good. It's going to be very good for your mental state. Certainly helps for me. I view it as a means of dispelling negative energy in a way. I think of my diary as a means of keeping my both my memories and my emotional state in a box. Yes, my journal is... I call it a box even though it's a book, but it's my treasure box of emotions and memories, basically. But I try to make a habit of writing every day, but I don't always remember to do that. It's not quite well. Let's go this way. Oh, one moment. I need to use the restroom. I had too much water. I'll come back, but I need one moment. Hello, I'm back. Whoops. Oh. Not gonna lie, shoe pulls have been disastrous. Have been so disastrous that I may have to use my wallet on the banner. Ooh. I feel like I am the luckiest of my friends. Thank you. I was able to get her in 108 pulls. My friend... Oof. I think he actually almost had to spark her. Then, and my other one, I think he got up to... What did he say? 170? I think? I don't quite remember the number exactly, but... All three of us just kept pulling either another Sui sibling or just Zoe. Zuele, excuse me. First you got Zuele. Oh, let's see. Why the blue woman? Yeah, the other siblings on rate up. You gotta look at the banner rate ups. There's a chance to get the other siblings. And I think Yeah, one of them for me was Dusk. I got Dusk. Funny that I got the artist one. Maybe you should try reinstalling BlueStacks? I mean, maybe. Mix. I know, but I've already been traumatized by her in the Ling Lee banner, and I still don't have Lee. You still didn't get Lee? What? What? It's been actual years, hasn't it? Oh no. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I don't like the Ling banner at all. I did not. Now you're bringing me back to the Ling banner. That was the worst one. You now have Pot 5 Lee. Ling, Pot 5 Ling. Oof. The Ling banner was the worst for me because I actually had to pay out for her. And I still I was 5 away from sparking her. That's how bad it was. What am I doing? Oh man, I love getting Mr. Nothing again and again and again and again. You hate the blue women in my account, I swear. First most of them and then Ling. Oof. Blue women's giving you the blues. Was there a character that I don't like? Was there a character that I got a lot of that I don't like? I think it was Hung for me. The blues mood. I think just unlimited banners in general, like the 5 stars will always be the most infuriating to get. I don't want to exaggerate this pinky more. E2 69 M6 on M6. Listen, I like Hung's design. I don't like Hung's kit. It's a bad kit. Really bad kit. I feel like they made him specifically to be with Blemishine. It's You're kind of wrong because you honestly think that Hung is actually meant to have a really weird and niche synergy with Act. I mean, yeah, I can see that, but I'm thinking about him on his own because what if let's create a scenario where I got Hung and I built Hung but I never got Act. And so then what? I have to like rely on Hung getting hit to charge up just for him to like to heal himself mostly. Because I like to view healing defenders as lane holders in their own way. Because they can. They're tanky enough. And plus they can heal themselves. But he has to take several hits just to get one heal off of himself. Since Act S2 and S3 counts as attacks and attacks Hung as defense recovery, he heals an SP battery Act. Yeah, but like I said, this was actually shown in Hung's paradox simulation. I mean, yes, that's true, but what if I never got Act? What if that never happened? Then I'm kind of screwed, aren't I? Hung would work well with Blemishine and Act, but other than that, I don't know. As someone who is hung on a semi-regular basis, uses hung on a semi-regular basis, practically just use him as a replacement for Hoshi and Yan. That's... So did you use him on the boss stage for this current event? Because I would see how that would work. Because I'm using Yan and Chong Yu to handle the boss. But maybe Hung would make sense as a replacement for Nyang in that degree. So for me, Nyan is blocking the boss and Chong Yu is attacking them. But if you don't mind using Chong Yu, if you have him, just take out Nyan and put in Hung. Welcome to the stream, Dharma. You don't have to apologize for being late. It's okay. Hung is the tankiest among the Guardian defenders, both in his base stats and in his S2, has the highest defense increase among his archetypes while healing himself. The main issue is the uptime. Oh. Uptime is always the problem, isn't it? It's too long. I think uptimes have always been problems with Arknights games. Charge times and uptimes. Some skills don't last long enough. Some skills last too long. No. Actually, a skill lasting too long isn't a problem. A skill taking too long to charge is a problem. The downtime is really bad. Not sure if the mosquito attacks from the event count toward defensive recovery, otherwise he would be 100%. Yeah, you know what? I think they do count. Because the operators that are capable of attacking do attack them. Well, because I know that Chung Yu is like, I think he's gaining SP when he attacks them, but I don't know about defensive recovery. Dharma says, sorry guys, you'll be busy this week, so you can't be here for a while. That's okay, I understand. It's just nice that you dropped by, and you told me, at least. So I'll guess I'll see you when I see you. Just don't be so harsh on yourself, that's all I ask. Happy to see you poke your head in at least. Exactly! I want to exaggerate this hand just a little bit. You're gonna be AFK for a moment since you have to clean the place. Alright. Oh, and you should also enjoy your soup when it's ready. I don't know how long your soup has been going for. Don't forget, it's cooking. Better than you thought, to be honest. Oh yeah, you drank the soup right. Okay, good. Good. Very good. You know, I don't know where you're from, but I know parts of my country, people call making a soup like that, where you just put whatever's in the fridge into the soup, they call that a garbage soup. Because you're just dumping everything into a pot before everything spoils. They call that a garbage soup. It's a really bad name, but the food actually does taste good. Is this freezing? Are you the same person that you talked to before? He's just so... I believe, if you're... Dharma, if you mean in the Discord, then yes, that is the same person. Is sop a sop? Is sop a soup? Is soup a sop? That is the question of the morning. Is this a sop? Thumb. You meant soup. Karma gaming maybe. Pardon me English. My English. My English is now good. Sorry, you have a bad memory. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Same. Fun fact, hands in Elder Ring are weak to fire. Hands in Elden Ring are weak to fire. Well, hands in real life are also weak to fire. They flop all over the place. Really good for making them slightly less horrifying. Toe beans. Speaking of toe beans, I'm gonna go back to Mountain for a second. Yeah. I never quite see how his hands look open, and I really want to. I want to see Mountain's hands that are open. I don't think I've seen it in official art or from the artists themselves. But I do remember the official artists drew Mountain as Asura. Like from Asura's Wrath type of Asura. And that skin looked so cool. Too bad it's not official. If it was official, I'd definitely get it. But it's not, sadly. Find the artist's Twitter and ask them how their hands look. I'm pretty sure it's basically just it has to have the beans, right? Even if it doesn't have the beans, I would just have to imagine that it still feels like those bean pads are there. Because when you think about it, human hands also have their own type of beans because of the fat pads underneath the skin. Just animals have those outside of their skin because they need the extra padding. From how Winkleblink drew Mountain's Dark Cloud, he does have pads. The fusion of human and animal kind of scares me. Dark Cloud skin. Fusion of human and animal scares me. You mean you're drawing or their hands? But the pads are kind of similar to the structure of a human hands. Oh, okay. Oh, regarding the your drawing, I don't know. I don't mind the fusion. I think it's interesting. Spending too much time on one hand. Kind of silly. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the thumb in a moment. I know it looks kind of funky. I got the angle wrong. That's what's going on here. I'm still getting the angle wrong. Should actually be more like this. Now that makes way more sense. Oh, now I'm behind. Okay, I'm actually really bad at typing. I believe there is a species in a game in IRL anatomically that they are kinda incomprehensible. Two different reproductive systems. Two different reproductive systems. A species in game and in real life. Toe beans make less sense the closer to human finger length and human hands get. I'm gonna think about that one. That's like, okay, hold on. Let's take a moment to think about that, okay? Let's use this hand I just drew as an example. So in reality, our fat pads are on our fingers, but they're kind of thin, and there are here, here, and here, and it's also in this weird donut shape. No, wait, it's over here, down this way. Yeah, that's basically our fat pads. Fat pads in the hands are in the similar shape of the animal foot pads. So it's I don't think that it makes less sense. Actually, it probably does make less sense to you specifically because those fat pads are going above the skin rather than underneath the skin. As for us, if you were to like touch your own hand, you can feel that squishiness. Also, toe beans of an actual animal would be thicker and rougher because they have more terrain to cover. So if, let's say, for example, like this was Mountain's hand, so he would have his claw. He would have all his claws. And then I'm just imagining a pad here, but it would be kind of flat. It wouldn't be too deep. What else is there? It would still be over here as well, but it would have to follow what a human hand looks like. Actually, this should be wider, to be honest. It has to be wider. It has to reach the pinky. I keep messing this up. There. It would kind of look like this, except it would pop out a bit more. You don't want this part to be thick unless you're making a statement on the footpad itself. I know there are artists who draw anthropomorphic characters and they make the pads like really thick because they want the hands to look really cute. But other times they're just not going to do that, just either to save time or just to be like, oh, you know, realistically it actually looks this thin. So I would say it would pop out more like this, and it would be like this thick. And the predominant pads would just be on the tips over here. They probably would not be drawn down here. Need another pose. I realize I draw a lot of the palm. Maybe I should draw the back of the hand. You feel that like the pads on the base of the finger joints probably would be present. Finger joints. The thing is, it wouldn't be on the joints. It would be on the opposite side of the bone, because that would make more sense. You have to think about how. Oops. Ooh, ouch! I poked myself. You have to think about how the hand is going to function. It can't bend too much if there's too much padding in between the joints. But it'd be fine if there was like on the segment of each finger, on each carpal bone. Now you got me thinking like there's a pad here, which doesn't make any sense. It would get squished like how this is getting squished right here. Sorry, got up for a moment to check your cat's paws. Gotta check your cat's paws to be sure. I bet your cat's like, what are you doing? That's why I love animals. They they love you regardless of what you do. Even when you do things that are very strange. Not gonna lie, I feel sorry for starting this whole discussion for about toe beans. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I do get a little bit analytical about this type of stuff. Like, what if you combine these two things? Well, it would have to make sense. Well, one thing. That's where my brain goes. If you fuse a dog with a man, how would his structure would be? Like, well, some of his bones would stay the same, but some of them would be still long and short. It's okay though, new information required mostly. Hey Metatsu, I have a question. Have you seen a character named Von Lycan anywhere on the internet? He's from Zenless Zone Zero. Have you seen him recently? That's a character I wanted, but I still can't get him. And I am playing the game. Which I sure is. You got grace. Unfortunately. So it seems like anybody who wants Lycan gets grace automatically. Oh, we're talking about a game called Zenless Zone Zero. There's a character called Von Lycan. I'm gonna write his name here. Yes. So, Von Lycan, I'm just gonna refer to him as Lycan because that's how people refer to him in the game. He is a butler in the game, but he's also the leader of the Victoria Housekeeping. So he's the butler and the other characters are maids. As of now, he is the only S-rank male character in the game. You got Lycan? Ugh. Giving me Lycan. Hello, Robin Robs. Welcome to the stream. Oh. Not gonna lie, Lycan absolutely makes me feel so freaky. Oh man. I just want him because he's a kick boy. If you're familiar with the term kick boy, there's also punch girl. I wanted a kick boy, but I guess I'm not gonna get him anytime soon. My greed radar is too high. Oh, he kind of cool. Yeah, he is. I really like his design because his boots remind me of Star Fox, which is pretty cool. Does that mean your favorite character in Tales Symphonia is... Yeah, he's a kick boy. I think it's... Regal is even a little bit better than Lycan in that regard because he does not use his hands at all. Like, he just can't because he's handcuffed. But unfortunately, I never played Tales long enough to actually get Regal. Mostly because I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't reach that far. I think this game is just too long. You love how Lycan has high heels? I don't view them as high heels. I view them as just kick boots. What does Lycan do? Lycan, he attacks with kicks, so he kicks a lot, and he uses ice as his main element. So he's trying to freeze the enemy and stun them. Yes, also Lycan... Well, I guess his feet are his weapon, but it's not a weapon you have to pick up. He wears his boots. His boots are his weapon. So I think that counts. So he specializes in incapacitating an enemy over dealing damage. Yes, that's his specialty. Also, with enough anomaly buildup, he can also help freeze them. Is it freeze or shatter? I think it's shatter. I mean, if you're lucky enough to get Ellen, he works well with her based off of faction alone. mean, I have played Ellen in the story mode. She's pretty good, but it's really not a character I'm looking for. Unfortunately, still have to wait until you do 125 to standard mana. Yeah. I think I have to. I think I have more than you. I think it's 131 for Lycan. Did I pull for Zhu Yang? Yes, I did. I actually did get her. I really like Zhu Yang because reasons that I don't want to admit right now. But she's really fun to play. Like, gun combat is incredible. But I do find a little bit difficulty when I realize that she's a bit too far away from her target to do damage. So I have to keep rolling towards my target to damage them. Ellen's kit feels a bit awkward with how it kind of necessitates running around a bit to charge up her specialties. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you run Shark. Like, I don't mind a dash character, but I wanted another character more. So you pulled for Ellen and got her, but unfortunately got Nekomata on Zuyang's banner. Oh. Ugh. I don't think I was lucky at all on Ellen's banner. I pulled on it for a bit and I got Anton, which I'm like, okay, I'll just go with him. I'm just glad I got somebody off of Ellen's banner. So like, I got Anton, I was able to build him so that he can help Grace. I'm glad I got Zhu Yang because I actually did save a bit for her. Wait, hold on. I'm a little behind. Either way, you'll be waiting for Yanagi. Use Elden. Nagi, well, based on my preview of her, it looks like she uses a... I'm sorry, did I call her Nagi? Well, I guess I did. Yanagi uses a, what's it called? A Nagigata? You must gacha for character? Yes, you do. You have to roll for a character. It's either you use the in-game currency. So for me, I'm saving to get in-game currency, or people actually just use actual money. Right. Enjoy your shower. Amedatsu. Yeah, her teammates do call her Nagi. So regarding Nagi, she uses a Nagi Mata. So she uses a spear, which makes me think she might be... She might have the same combat style as Ellen, just because Ellen is the only example of a spear character. I guess that's what I'm going for. Ellen looks like she uses a spear, so I assume that Nagi would also use a spear in a way that Ellen does. But it's, of course, going to be different. I don't think she's going to be charge-based like Ellen is, because Ellen is clearly a shark girl, and Nagi is not. Gamers calling Nagi. Oh, sorry. Eric Roaster, welcome to the stream. Actually, gambling. Hell yeah, let's go gambling. I think when it comes to gambling, well, in a gacha, I can only justify it if the character will never come back. If they're gonna come back, I'm just gonna, like, not make it a big deal. But, sorry, it'd be interesting if she was a defense character like Ben. I don't know. I don't know if she'll be a tank. It seems like her faction, I believe it's called The Hand, seems a lot of, DPS characters. Is there a limited character in Zenless Zone Zero? No, not at the moment. There isn't one. Arknights right now has a limited operator. Her name is Shu, and I'm glad that I got her. But as of now, Zenless Zone Zero is a bit too new for that. It's too new to have a limited character in that regard. What game am I talking about? Well, right now we're talking about Zenless Zone Zero, but in regards to limited characters, I was talking about Arknights. So we're gonna send the conversation back to Zenless Zone Zero. Sorry. Freezing the Fox Girl in her squad seems most likely to be a pure attack character. Yeah, I agree with that. She looks like she's gonna be attack and ether, just like Zhu Yang. I think the bow character, he's the boy. Yeah, he's the guy. I think he might be physical, because Tsukaku appears to be ice. So I'm kind of wondering what Yanagi will be. I haven't seen anything of the male squad to make a guess. Well, the male character uses a bow, but it turns into 2 swords, and that's all I know about that. His bow can turn into 2 swords. Yes, talking about Zenless Zone Zero, the new Hoyoverse gacha. Yeah. More gambling. You did see a post before saying each of the factions in ZZ have a very clear theme. You'll have to find it again. They have a clear theme? Clear theme, I don't know. Well, they have a clear theme in which every character can support each other, and they all have different elements. But they can also be mixed and matched with other people. Like, clearly Zhu Young's gonna have synergy with Qi Yi, who's coming up soon. But she also works well with Anbi. Oh no, you mean more like the Victorian housekeeping? Let's see. Okay, well, Lycan is ice, Ellen is ice, Rena is electric, and Corin is physical. But they all can help each other in a way, because I believe Ellen benefits from, what was it? What does she benefit from? I think she benefits from stunned enemies, or enemies that are hit with ice. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream. How do you pronounce your name? Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Elise? Ellis? It's Elite. Did I pronounce it right? Welcome to the stream, Ellis? Or is it Elise? Lycan's a werewolf, Rena's a ghost, Corin is a Frankenstein's monster, and Rena's is Jaw. Oh! So, yeah, now I get it. I get it. So, yeah, well, it makes sense because their story takes place in an abandoned building, which is, like, technically haunted. So they would be the monster faction. So they're the housekeeping and the monster faction. Yes, it's spelled Ada. Okay. So the Victorian housekeeping would be the monster faction. The Cunning Hares, well, they're mercenaries. Let's see, what else is there? Well, Balrog is on the nose, as they're the construction crew. And then there's the police. Yeah, they are out. Well, I don't think outlaws is outlaws. Maybe they're more like outcasts because they've all kind of found each other. Because Anby is an orphan, and so is Nicole. Billy came into his own and became the kid. And Nekomata is a stray cat. So, a bunch of outcasts who have synergy with each other. Do you know what I'm doing for Halloween? I don't. I don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. Don't think that far ahead. You're gonna be a rat for Halloween? I don't really dress up as anything, because I don't really celebrate Halloween. I did when I was a kid, but that's when I was a kid. I'm more of a buy Halloween candy after Halloween type of person. Rat cult. You misspelled cult. What do you do while Halloween? Hi, my voice is so pretty. Are you serious? Thanks for the compliment. Thank you for the compliment, Heliophysics. Oh, hold on. Let me explain Halloween. Halloween, here in the US, anyway, is where you dress up in a costume and pretend to be that, whatever your costume is. Like, you can pretend to be a cat, you can pretend to be a sheriff, stuff like that. And if you're a kid and you go to neighborhoods and you can collect candy, because the whole premise is trick or treat, and usually people just give you treats because that's the whole point. They just hand out candy for free. It's just a fun holiday, mostly with kids involved, but anybody can celebrate Halloween. Second. Sarah, do I have another account? Another account for what? Another account what? Another account for my gacha games? I don't do that stuff. I don't do dual accounts for gachas. That's a bit too much. For YouTube? Yes, I do have a personal account, and I have this account. Just kids can get candy? Well, yeah, kids get the candy. Yeah, I heard someone has a voice similar with mine? Oh, well, on my personal account, I don't make videos on that, so I don't know. I just use my personal account for watching YouTube. I don't make videos on that other account. It's just strictly for watching YouTube stuff. Like, really similar? I don't know. What YouTube channel are you talking about? Reminds me of my sister's voice, so I can find it, I don't know, or comforting, nice? Oh. Well, I'm glad I can bring you comfort. Excuse me. I'm stuck because the cats are pinning me down. How long have I been drawing in general? How long have I been drawing in general? Since I was 10, but I took it more seriously up until 3 years ago. Chat is getting crazy. Oh yes, it's raining. My sleep will be nice. Welcome back, Metatsu. Yeah, it's been raining for me. It's gonna be raining all day today, and I think until tomorrow. But it's fine. I like I kind of like it when it rains. But only if I'm wearing rain boots. There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothes for the weather. Oh, thanks for the subscription! Why was that delayed? That was strange. Notification so strangely delayed. Same, it's gonna be raining for a while for me too because of the tropical storm. Yeah. I hope that storm isn't too bad, because it would be disastrous. Ugh. Otherwise, I'm just thinking about all the people in in the path of the storm. I'm not just thinking about family too, I'm just thinking about anybody who's in the wake of the hurricane. Raining is better than having 50 Celsius weather happening right now. Man, 50 Celsius. It's freaking hot. Oh, I'm thinking about the bones at the moment. Wait, this is wrong. You wish it would rain more where you are. Oh. Is no one gonna talk about the hands right now? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm trying to focus on the hands because I feel like I'm making a lot of mistakes. They're really good, thank you. I used to be really slow at drawing these hands, but I guess I'm getting better at looking. This is too small. I want to put this up here. Wait, okay. What's going on here? I'm behind on the chat again. Yes, it's really slow. That means it's probably gonna just rain in a bunch of one area and flood it. Ugh. Yeah, I have flood warnings in my area as well. Mostly because I live in, well, my home is kind of like at the bottom of a hill, so I have to worry about the, I have to worry about the flooding. But I'm not too worried about it. Maybe you can go do some gaming streams here and there if you want to. Gaming streams? Maybe on a different channel. I don't want to do it on this channel. If I want to do a gaming stream, I'll have to make a separate channel. The thing is, YouTube doesn't like it when you have two different things on the same channel, which is kind of dumb. I know Twitch isn't like that, but YouTube wants you to do one thing and one thing only on one channel and do something completely different on another. Excuse me. So, I don't know, something about like the algorithm wrecking me or something, but eh. Let's see, I'm trying to keep up here. Kind of coincidence this came up in my recommendations right after I was practicing drawing hands. Those hands are glorious. Am I drawing these with reference or just my imagination? I am using a reference. I'm using a posable hand. So I draw what I'm seeing mostly. So I pose the hand and then I draw what I'm seeing. I have practiced hands before. So, when I practiced hands before, those were also from a reference, but they were from a reference from different artists. So they looked a little inconsistent. But I think I got the feel of them. Oh, Farzing, welcome to the stream. Just joining in, saw the live, but the reason why you're now a bit more maybe faster than before is probably because you're used to drawing hands, but that's what I think. I mean, you say that, and I know that you're right, Farzan. I'm used to drawing hands, but sometimes I get like a brain fart when I do draw hands. Especially when I'm drawing a person, like just drawing the entire body, I kind of just brain fart at the hand. I think that's why I kind of just... I'm used to drawing the gesture of the hand. Let's say I wanted to like draw up the peace sign. I would just do that. I'm used to drawing it like this, and then I just add in the details later. And that's how I've gotten better at it. I've gotten better at the gesture part, which is just laying down what the pose is and just adding in the details later. But taking a moment to absorb what I'm staring at also helps a lot, especially... Oh, excuse me, my chair. Especially since I've been doing it for a while. Just observing, taking information, and then putting it all down. Is this song copyrighted? Oh, shoot. Yep. I was talking over it, so I didn't realize. Maybe I'll be safe, I don't know. I was talking right over it, so I'm probably fine. You're almost docking yourself. What? What? I know where you live now, Mr. Bro. No, I'm just joking. If you tried to draw, it would probably look like baby hands, but melted. What are baby hands like? Aren't baby hands mostly like circles? Because they have like soft hands. Imagine a baby hand being like this. Look at that gesture, it's so weird. But it looks like a fist. Brain fart, do you mean that you don't know how to draw the hand suddenly? Because that's what happens to me when I'm studying. Also, your name is Alanov. I forgot to change my name to Farzan to Alanov. Well, welcome to the stream, Alanov. It's mostly like... When I say brain fart, I just mean like I forget certain aspects of the hand. Like, the thing I forget mostly is the gap between the fingers. And sometimes I forget the length of the thumb. Sometimes the thumb is often too short. That's what I mean by brain fart. Sometimes I just draw the hand incorrectly. And sometimes I draw it flawlessly. It really depends on whether I'm drawing from imagination or from a reference. Because even if I do draw from a reference, I still mess it up. Then I just go back and make corrections. But if I'm drawing from imagination, I usually just exaggerate the hand, like what I did right here. This is just from imagination. Then I just put in the fingers to how I think they should look. Just like... Wait, this would be the middle finger, wouldn't it? So this would be the longer finger. Would be the shorter finger. And I know this overlaps the other one. These fingers will overlap each other. And it actually goes this way. I'm drawing very loosely, so that's how I'm doing this. If I want to exaggerate more, I just put like there, so I know that it's bending. And this goes up, this goes out, because it's being folded into each other. This is just a straight back as well. Yeah, baby's hands are very chubby because it's full of fat. I think when it comes to drawing hands, I just have to remember the gesture of the hand and then the blocky forms of the hand. Oh, sorry. We talk about the weather in and on your country. There's no snow. When there's snow, is that fun? When there's snow, is it fun? It depends if the snow is clean. If the snow is clean, the snow is very fun. If the snow is dirty, it's not very fun. When the snow is very fresh, it's especially fun. Fresh snow is so nice to play in. Well, if the same happens to me, you end up making the hand too big or too blocky or something, but drawing hands themselves you're good with. Okay, that's good to know. Like, I remember I saw an artist drew a hand and I replicated it. They drew the fingers really long. Like, really long and really thin. Because they're drawing a girl's hand. And I'm drawing this based off of memory. I think her fingers were like this. No, wait. This finger was bent in, actually. So this part was blocky, and this part was going this way. And of course, the thumb was like that. So that's the exaggeration that I'm talking about. Pretty sure, even with my exaggeration, it still lines up. Yeah, it still lines up with each other. Elenov, I get a lot when learning Arabic because if you're still a beginner, you write with the vowels. When you write with your mind, when you try to practice, you always write the wrong vowel. It annoys you because you're writing with the pen and when you mess up, you have to put a small X on it and write the correct vowel. It doesn't look as good as it was before, and you like when your notes look neat. I like when my notes look neat too. That's why drawing in pencil is very important to me. I can go back and erase it. Hold on, did I draw this? Yes, I did. Do that in a box. But I think writing loosely also helps. If you write loosely, you can gather the information quickly and then you tighten up everything that you've learned. And I think the same goes for drawing. You draw loosely first and then you tighten up everything afterwards. Farmer says, sorry guys, you want to sleep? Maybe you won't be here for long, for 2 weeks or less, you don't know. See you guys. See you, Dharma. I'll see you when you come back. Actually, now that I'm looking at this hand that I just drew from my imagination, I'm gonna like finish it off with that. I'm ending my stream in about 5 minutes anyway. I'm gonna do some comparisons. So, as you saw, I did this. This is me comparing the angles. I'm comparing the angle here. It hits the finger correctly. Oh, hello, Black Tourist Warrior. You're always late to these streams, you know that? Yeah. I'm just gonna draw this as if I was drawing a part of a human body. Knock this back. Remember, I'm still drawing this from imagination. How is everyone? Well, feeling pretty good. I'm getting the hang of this drawing hands. You can see I drew them from reference, and you can see I drew them from imagination. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to look correct, completely correct, but if it can pass, then it can pass. Like, as you can see, this kind of passes as a good hand. Still truly over mountain as always. If you can convince your viewer that this looks good, that means that you did it very well. And I know that you guys are going to look at the way I draw hands and say like, well, you've gotten really good at it, you probably don't have to draw them anymore. But that's not true. Even if you think you've mastered something, you should go back and do it again and again, because sometimes that information slips out of your mind. What you don't practice can actually be lost over time. It's the same for whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be just drawing only. That's why I revisit hands a lot, because I feel like because of how complicated the hand is to draw, I just go back and do it over and over again, so I don't lose that information. What I should do is draw feet, because I know I'm bad at that. So any weakness I have, I go back to draw it. And then I build upon that and get better at that, and so forth and so on. I have a question for the artist. Why do you flip the image? I get the layers and not flipping. Oh, flipping is to make sure that it looks good on both sides. It's a symmetrical tool that we use, so maybe I can show you. Over here I can flip it. So if I were to... let me just close this one. There it is. So if I were to flip it, it looks fine. It looks like as it should, because if... think of it like this. Let's say I put this in front of a mirror. If it looks fine to me as I'm looking at it, but looks terrible in the mirror, it means I did a mistake. Yeah, exactly. It's easier to spot mistakes from a new perspective. You can also see inconsistencies so you can fix it. It's not just flipping it horizontally, it's flipping it vertically as well. If your image doesn't look good upside down, that means you made a mistake. If it doesn't look good flipped in a mirror, you made a mistake. That's why artists flip the canvas. If you were to do this on pencil and paper, you would have to use a mirror and maybe look at your picture upside down. That's why that type of thing is encouraged. If you can see what's wrong with it upside down, you made a mistake. So with that being said, I'm drawing my stream to a close. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the chat. I will be back, I believe, on Friday at the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and be well. Farewell, guys. Bye.